The morning sky above New Delta burned red as the first salvos thundered overhead. In 2025, the world had fractured into two great coalitions, each claiming moral high ground but waging a war of survival. Between the coalition of the Northern Alliance and the Dominion of the Free States lay New Delta, a buffer region whose people would pay the highest price. Captain Zara Alvey crouched behind the shattered remains of a city bus, scanning the skyline through night vision goggles. The Dominion's aerial drones hummed above, scanning for movement. Her unit of Rangers had slipped across the front line at dawn to sabotage a relay tower that controlled the Alliance's anti-air shield. She pressed her earpiece. "Hawk, you and Winters flank east. I'll go in high." A voice crackled back. "Copy. Watch your six, Alvey." Zara took a steadying breath. In her left hand, she held a small EMP grenade, designed to disable electronic circuits in a radius wide enough to knock out the tower's defense grid. In her right hand, a pistol. She sprinted across the rubble, leaping the gap where a tram car had fallen into the street. The sky lit with tracer fire as Alliance anti-air missiles burst overhead. She sighted the tower, 50 meters ahead, its steel lattice humming with energy. Suddenly, two Alliance troopers emerged from a burned-out storefront, rifles raised. She dropped to a knee and fired, taking one down. The second turned, but before he could shout an alarm, Hawk's team silenced him with suppressed rounds. Zara dashed to the tower's base, guided by Winters directing her via earpiece. She affixed the EMP grenade to a junction box and hit the timer. The countdown in her head drummed slower and slower. With 3 seconds to go, an Alliance patrol rounded a nearby corner, rifles raised. Too late to switch targets. The EMP erupted in a wave of blue light, circuits screamed. The relay tower's lights died. Electrical hum ceased. Down the street, sirens wailed, Alliance radar and anti-air defenses had blinked out. The sky, once filled with drones, cleared momentarily. "Tower down. Retreat," Zara yelled. They melted into the ruins. The Dominion air wing surged in, bombing the now undefended defenses. In the skies, black specks of fighters tore into Alliance bombers, shifting momentum. But war was never simply about single victories. Back in New Delta, families huddled in cellars. Schools turned to clinics. No one was innocent. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the raised towers, Zara sat on a broken bench in what used to be a park. She removed her helmet, touching a faded photograph clipped inside, a smiling sister, a younger brother. She whispered, "For you." Hawk came to her side, eyes weary. "We struck hard today, but tomorrow they'll strike harder." She nodded. "We have to keep pushing. Not for politics, but for people." Above them, the sky simmered, clouds of dust, smoke, and distant explosions. The war between the alliances would rage yet long into the nights, but in the hearts of people like Zara and her comrades burned a hope that one day, the guns would fall silent, and New Delta would heal from the war between.